Okay, let's do this. All right. And we are ready to roll. Okay. Good evening, folks. It's Arknolia, the Doctor, episode 53, I
Two.
think it is. Yeah. 252?
Yeah, I believe so.
Because I remember we did a 52 back in, I think it was something like, I think it was a while back, a couple weeks back there.
No, okay, because I'm looking at your channel now, and the last one you have up is 51.
Oh, it should be it. Well, I know one of the ones we did was a mixture. I think it was me with Real Spuck TV included on it as well. I had to look in the description there. I think it was. Let me see if I could find it here. Sorry about this, folks. Here.
It's okay.
Okay. All right. So let's see what we got here. I gotta go to open up a damn tab here. And I know it's 51 we already did because,
Oh,
when
yeah.
I had, it was, yep. Yeah, it's because, like I said, I included it with Real Spuck TV and my simulcast of those guys. And I think it was, let's see here. I got to go to my channel here. Excuse me for a second here, folks. Okay, see what we got here. And, Bosey is at work, so we can't join in, unfortunately. Dang gummit.
That's okay. We can
All
do
right,
both.
all right. All right, so it's us right now for the time being. I guess our YR, as we mentioned before we went live, is GONE, gone. And Keith doesn't really want a part of this show in the world because he's not really into the classic rock. He's more into bands like Breaking Benjamin, Seether, those kind of bands there. But he Bosey just messaged me saying that maybe a little bit later, you know, so definitely, possibly, I could probably get a hold of Minnesota Vikings fan and possibly do our drama show, Dirty Brown Eye Drama, later on this evening. There, we'll have to wait and see there.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that I'll
All right.
probably skip because I'm not really into the drama thing.
I know. Well, it's kind of like the drama related with the Joe Cronin there, because that's some of that Bosey showed me there, but we'll skip that until later on. Okay. Now, let me look it up here. Yeah, it was blah 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 blah. Yeah, it was yeah, it was. You're right. It is episode 51 there. Son of a name goat. So I got to change it on the title there. My bad, folks.
No
My
sweat.
bad. All right, there. All right. So what do we got for us today? More
We're going to talk more
acts.
70s various rock artists,
Yep.
and we'll probably touch a few 80s ones. A lot of
Yep.
times it gets kind of hazy for me.
Ah, yeah.
And we're at the P's that I have. But before we get into those, I don't think we discussed Head East.
You know what? I don't think we ever did. I only know that one song
Never
they
been any
did.
reason.
Yep, absolutely. That got played on a lot of rock. He sometimes get played on some of the classic radio stations. I know that was played heavily in the one back in Detroit many times there, along with
Yep.
"Can't Get Enough of Your Love."
Yeah, and they also had another song called Get Up and Enjoy Yourself, which
Mm.
was a pretty decent song, too.
No, I don't think I've ever heard that song. But then again, like I said, knowing how radio are, they always go for that one particular song.
Yeah, that particular song opened with a very neat bass riff.
Mm. Interesting there. A lot of it's not interesting there. I think just bass players just play the songs, blah blah blah, but they could also contribute it a lot more. I mean, like for example, Lemmy Kilmister from Motorhead. He used to play his bass guitar like a rhythm guitar, distortion pedal at all.
Yeah, and then you had John Entwistle.
John, oh yeah, the Ox, that Jocko Palma. So what's his last name there?
Who?
The Jocko, his name is Jocko, and I forgot his last name, but it starts with a P and it ends with an S. It's unpronounceable, but he was like a major influence. He would play with the band Weather Report
Yeah.
back in the 70's there. And I guess he was one of the influences for the current bass player from Metallica, Robert Tejorio, I think his last name is pronounced. In fact, there was a documentary that came out not too long ago, which Robert was the executive producer of that particular movie there.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and Head East, we discussed that. I remember one of our neighbors had the album, which it came from, called Flat as a Pancake.
Yeah.
And it had the members of the band on the back cover there eating all these pancakes at all these diners there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a pretty decent album. Well, I was going
Oh,
to say
yeah.
I had that album, but heck, I used to own 4 or 5 thousand
Wow. Oh,
and had at
you could have
least
bought.
that many CDs.
Oh, wow. You could open your own record store when you think about it there.
Well, I sure helped somebody when I went around and sold them off.
Oh, wow. Wow, something there. It's kind of funny. I left all my vinyl collection back in Michigan there, and I'm still trying to rebuild some of my collection up there. But the thing is, most of the stuff I have are all usually on my MP3s there. So
Yeah.
the point that a lot of ways is like if I were to buy a vinyl album, make sure it's something that I don't have on my MP3 that I could play on my record player there.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the first group in the P's is Pablo Cruz.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I remember. You know what? That song, "What You Gonna Do," it still
Yeah.
gets played on a lot of radios. Usually on this, usually gets played on the loudspeakers at various supermarkets, whether it's Walmart, Myers, Kroger's, Walmart's out there. This it still gets played a lot. I know it was played a couple times there on some jazz station that I remember back in Southeast Michigan there. Even though Love Will Find a Way, that was a
Yep.
good one from them as well.
A Place in the Sun.
Yep.
And the one I sent you was an instrumental that actually showed up on some sports show.
Oh wow.
0 to 60 and 5.
Ah, I remember that. Yes.
Pretty neat little instrumental.
Yes. A lot of people don't only know those main songs of the band,
Oh,
but
yeah.
like we said, you need to go deeper, folks.
Yeah,
Very,
sometimes
very
you'll be
deeper.
surprised at what you find when you go deep.
Absolutely there.
Yeah, next one I had was Paper Lace.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's the
The
band
Night
that did The
Chicago
Night
Died.
Chicago Died.
And they
And
also
is that
did a. They
what's the
also,
story about that song there? I was always wondering, was that based on a true story or something
I
like
think
that?
it was based on Al Capone trying to take over Chicago, and
Ah, I see there. During the Great Depression there,
yeah,
the Untouchables appeared there.
yep. Pretty good song actually. And they also
Yeah,
did a
yeah.
cover of Billy Don't Be a Hero.
Yeah. Who originally did that song?
Bo
What was that?
Donaldson and the Haywoods.
What is the story behind that song? I've heard about it so many times as a teenager, but I didn't know where to look or find that in your record store there.
Well, generally it's about a boy that got drafted, and the young girl told him, "Hey, Billy, don't be a hero. Come back and marry me."
Ah, I
And of
see there.
course,
See, you
then
still think?
Billy had to be a hero, got killed, and
Oh, wow. Because that's you got to be. That's when you're drafted in the Army or Navy, you have to be a hero instead of some schmo sitting in the back doing nothing.
yeah, yeah. But
So what's
basically,
up?
that song was about her losing a guy that she told, "Hey, be careful," and he
Yeah.
wasn't.
Wow. Yeah, you got to do that when you go to battle. You got to plan things ahead of time there so you don't get wiped out.
Yep. It's a good listen.
So it's kind of like another anti-war song.
Yeah, in a way, it really is. I mean, it's
Mm.
not a blatant anti-war song, but it's definitely an anti-war
But
song.
it's related to the anti-war
Yeah,
theme.
there was a lot of those in the 70's and
Uh,
60's,
I see there,
especially the
yes.
late 60's.
Yeah. A lot of times at the six. I guess some of the performers like Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young, and of course all the Grateful Dead. Of course the
Country Joe and the
Jefferson Airplane.
Fish.
Yeah, they were trying to end. They figured they could end the Vietnam War by performing music, so the hi hats in the White House would pay attention to. Hey, listen what their song. Listen what they're trying to say. What these guys are making sense. Maybe we should stop the war. But the thing was, because most of the people in the White House at the times were conservative crowd, and the conservative didn't want to listen to anybody who was not like them at that time. And I guess that explains why some of the former hippies who now runs these college, who runs these courses in colleges and everything else out there, still holds a grudge against the conservative Republican Party.
Yeah. Yeah, it's yeah, the whole thing was just kind of weird, I suppose.
Yeah. They were trying to change the landscape with music, but sadly, it's going to take more than music, folks.
Yeah, and there's a lot of that still going on, where
Yeah,
everybody's trying to change the world. It's almost like
absolutely.
nobody wants to leave things like they are, which you really don't want to do that anyway, but not
Yeah,
to the
because
point of,
yeah, but also you got to remember that not every some things. I don't know. Some people don't really want to pay attention to what the others have to say because they're so focused on their own beliefs as well.
yep, yep,
And,
yeah.
and that's what it's kind of like with both sides at this point in time.
Well, the next artist I actually could have made a list for, but I didn't. Pat
Mm.
Benatar.
Oh yeah, but we do. But there's a long list with her. That's for sure. There,
A lot of pretty big hits by that lady.
a lot of big hits. I think the last one she had was a thing called that was in 19. It was a blues number called, I think it was True Love or something like that.
Yeah,
It was a bluesy number there. And I guess that was the last time we heard of her. I guess she went away for a while. Now she's back touring, doing shows.
yep.
And it's now billed as Pat Benatar and Neil Giraldo, her husband of how many years?
Well,
From the very beginning, they were an item when she first started her career.
yeah. I would have asked anybody to chat to name songs, but I only see Ronald Booth in your chat.
Yeah, I know. It's like there, you know. Well,
Hello,
we got
Ronald.
five. Hey, what's up, Ron? How's it going, dude? There. Yeah. So, all right. So, who do we have next on the list, dude?
Let's see. How about Peter Sotera?
Oh yeah, the former frontman of Chicago.
Yeah, he had a solo career. Not much of one, but he had one.
I know. Yeah, he was. I guess so. He released this solo record in 1986 after his departure from the group, and he had only two songs. The Miracle Love from the second Karate Kid movie there, and also who do we have calling me? And what do we blah blah blah? Oh, it's Bosey. Sweet. I'll tell you what. I'll add you to the call, dude. And okay, here. Hold on. Let me take Bosey's call there, and I'll get you back. Blah blah blah. Come on, dude. Why is it not responding, bro? Give me a break, dude. Okay, Bosey, are you there?
Hello. Not me.
Hello. Okay. I'll add
Is he there? Heck, am I there? Did I disappear? Apparently I disappeared. Did I disappear? Hello, I'm gone. Hello. And I'm still here somewhere. Hello. While waiting for the doctor to call back. Yeah, Peter Cetera is kind of the late.
Something's going on.
all
Hello.
right. Hello, there you are. Yeah, I got Ark back on the line here.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
yeah, so you said something's going on, I guess. In my was in it. You said it's in my chat. 'Cause I didn't hear it quite clearly because your voice was breaking up a little bit there.
well, there's really not
Uh,
much at all going on in your chat except for Ronald and Almighty
Yeah, I
One.
know. Yeah, it's true. But then again, that's the kind of YR thing. You know, he was always bringing some of his people on to the whenever he would appear on, some of his fan base would come on to our side just as well there and contributed to the chat as well there.
Well, I don't mean to be kind of mean and hateful, but I find it hard to believe he has a following.
Now, well, and there's some people who love the bullshit that he spews out, unfortunately.
Weird.
Yep. Anyway, I just thought I'd bring that up. I can't really talk much because I'm still at work.
Okay, there. What time? Say what time do you get off for work tonight, dude?
Well, 2 hours at least.
2 hours. So they'll be a little bit after 6 Central here. So about
Yeah.
8 p.m. you'll be done, I guess, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
Okay, there definitely. Around that time or 8:30, I will definitely hit you up and we'll discuss the thing that we didn't really get to
Well, I'll be
touch up
done
on that.
Yeah. Around over here
Oh,
at Arizona, I'll be done around 6 o'clock. So.
all right. So you're in the Pacific time zone, I
No.
guess it is. No,
Rocky
Yeah.
Mountain, I think. Oh, really? I thought you
you
were in
are.
Rocky Mountain. Or whatever
Yeah.
that one in the middle is called.
I'm thinking Mountain Time. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're in the Central Time. We are in the Central Time zone. We have the Mount and gets in the Pacific. If I'm correct there again.
Yeah, I think it's like mainly California, Nevada, Washington,
Yeah,
Idaho, and Oregon.
because I remember Bailey Smoke Rudolph who used to do shows. So he would around this time it'd be about around the 4 p.m. over there, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
All right, sir. So definitely, Bosey, I'll definitely hit you up and we'll take it from there and discuss a lot more that we didn't get to talk about on Ken's program last Saturday there. Bosey?
He
Oh,
must already be gone.
All right.
He's, there he,
Oh,
he's
there he is.
muted. He's unmuted there. He muted himself
Yeah.
there.
So, what was going on?
We're
we
basically talking music, but I've been listening a little bit here and there of the other stuff to some degree.
Yeah. Yeah, we was gonna, like I said, we were gonna want to ask about that thing that you put in the Skype chat on this Saturday evening during Ken's program that night about Joe Cronin saying, "Stop with the bullshit." There.
Oh, yeah. I have time to explain that real quick, actually.
Yeah.
You know, if you have the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I definitely
let me
have
just.
the time to.
Yeah. All right. Since it's short time and we could just get this out of the way, let me go to the group call. Just wait up for a second.
Mm-hmm. Yes. All right. So it'll be okay. And we've got some more people on the chat here. So shout out to Mighty.
So
Go
you
ahead.
see that, right?
Yeah, I saw that.
So,
Yeah.
So this is Joe Cronin attempting to respond to you not liking his suicide jokes. So what I'm guessing is that he went back in time to previous videos, took some of the old videos, clipped it, and made it seem like you were just making death threats. Now, do you want to?
Oh my gosh.
Now, do you want to explain that little part of what back then of what you were talking about and who you were talking about when you were saying I'm going to shoot people?
Well, let me. Well, I'm trying to remember which video that he got it from because I made so many videos. It's hard to keep track. I guess I got to look on there and find out which one it is there. Because I made way over almost 900 videos when you look at it there. So I got to look it up there. All right.
Sorry, I got a manager explaining me something.
Okay.
But either way, this is just this is all I can say right now, actually.
Okay.
So I gotta go.
All right, I'll definitely hit you up later on.
I'll come back to you as soon as possible.
Okay, there.
Okay.
So,
all right, there. Bosey, ladies and gentlemen, he had to drop by. We had to discuss a little something here.
Which I guess you can cover on your drama show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. I'll probably get a hold of either Minnesota Vikings fan later on this evening, or of course Bosey, of course, here.
Yeah. Next one I got after Peter Sotera who basically was for the ladies
Mm.
for the most part. He
Uh,
sang those kind of songs.
yeah, absolutely. And that's the kind of the stigma that the band Chicago had to go through for many years there.
Yeah.
They
Next,
tried to, because they one time made a record there without any ballads. It was a more jazzy, more uplifting kind of stuff there. And the record company hated it.
yeah, yeah. Of course, the record company wants nothing but
The hit stuff there. That's how they look at things. They want the things that bring in the viewers. It has to be ballads. It has to be this. It has to be dance music. It has to be this. We know what is right. Yeah. How come you didn't make it big on the concert circuit, bro?
yep. Next one I got is a name you're probably familiar with, and I
Yeah.
think we've actually discussed him before. Pete Townsend.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The singer guitarist from The Who. He released a lot of solo records there. One of my favorites from him was actually two of them. All the Best Shot Cowboys Have Chinese Eyes and Empty Glass from 1980. I had that record there. I love the
Yeah,
song. Yep. Rough Boys. That was a classic there.
yeah. He had a lot of stuff that was
Yeah.
definitely decent. Well, heck, he wrote
It
about
was.
half the Who songs.
Yeah, absolutely. It was basically the bulk of every Who song out there he wrote, when you look at it there.
Yeah, and he also had a project that a lot of songs ended up on Who albums called Lighthouse.
Lifehouse, yeah, that was. I
Lifehouse.
guess, yeah. I'm not too sure what the concept about that, but that was what originally Who's Next was supposed to be. It was supposed to be a another concept album following Tommy, and
Yeah,
I guess I don't know what the story was or what it was abandoned or they put it aside, but they took the songs they recorded for the Lifehouse project and therefore became Who's Next.
yeah, and there's a couple other songs. One of my favorites by them, Pure and Easy, was
Hmm.
taken from them and kind of tacked on to Who's Next on the re-release.
Yeah, that's an extra track, I guess.
Yeah, but he's definitely worth a listen. Um, then after that, I have a group called Pierce Arrow,
Mm.
and I sent you a clip of them.
Ah,
A song called Hot Summer Nights,
oh, nice. Yeah, I remember that there.
and then of course the infamous Pilot.
Oh yeah, the band Pilot.
Right,
Mm.
the song Magic, which we all know now
Ooh,
as
it's magic.
which we all
Yo,
know as
sure.
Ozempic.
Ozempic song. Oh, Ozempic. Give me a break, dude.
Yeah, sad to be remembered like that now.
Yeah, no, it's like people just don't know which is which there.
Yeah, both those bands were one-hit wonders for the most part.
Yeah, more. Yeah.
Because I don't think Pilot did anything else that got released as a single or did well or whatever.
Yeah.
Uh, Next one had several. A group called Player.
Oh yeah, we know this group. The one that the clip you sent me was a pretty damn good clip. It was called "Love in the Danger Zone," and it's a pretty good song there for those who want to check it out on YouTube there. But this is the band that was known for that one song, "Baby Come Back" from '77 or '78,
Yeah,
and it was a big one of the big all time big hits there. It was probably their, I guess you could call them a one hit wonder when you think about it there, because I know they've released any other records after that one record there. The
well,
album that we're
Love
speaking
in the
of was
Danger
called
Zone was a single, did okay, but and they had
not
another
as,
one, but I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head.
yeah, but don't forget it was about, people always go for the song, the one we mentioned, "Baby Come Back." That was
Right,
the main one there.
right. People, for some reason, when you name a group, gravitate toward one song. Not all groups, but a lot of groups. They get stuck with the label of, oh, the group that did this, and that's the only song people ever talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like Percy Sledge. Do we know any other songs from him other than "When a Man Loves a Woman"?
Right? And the next group I'm going to
Precisely.
name had several albums, but people will only remember one song. That's Point Blank.
Oh my gosh, the one you just sent me
Nicole.
was called Nicole. Yeah, that was from 1981. That was played a lot of times on the
Yep.
Detroit radio
Yep.
around that period there.
Great song, by the way.
Yeah, it is a good song there. I guess it's a song about some girl named Nicole doing something wrong, and the singer is like calling her out for it.
Yeah. Yep. And again, like I've mentioned before, in the 70s and 80s, there were a lot of one-hit wonders for the most part. I
A
don't know
lot of
why.
bands. I don't know. I know it's just one of those. You could probably call it the one-hit wonder period of music around that area there.
Yeah. Next guy that I'm going to mention only had one song that I remember, so I guess he's a one-hit wonder. And you
Yep.
probably don't even know the song. R.B. Greaves.
R.B. Greaves. I don't think I heard of this guy.
He did the song called Take a Letter, Maria.
Oh my goodness. You know what? I had some sheet music for guitar, and one of the songs listed there they were supposed to play was that particular song there. And I did hear the recorded version of it a couple of times there. It's like a little poppy song there. I guess
Yeah.
it came out in the 60s.
Yeah, it's about a guy that caught his wife cheating and decided he was going to leave her. And, oh, by the way, I like you, Miss Secretary Maria.
Yeah, we've seen that happen many times in storylines.
Yeah.
Absolutely there.
And then another one, the subject matter on this one's kind of ambiguous, but I think I know what's going on. Ardeen
Yep.
Taylor. He did
And
a
the
song
song
called
there,
Indiana Wants Me.
Indiana Wants Me.
Yeah, Lord, I can't go back there. Apparently,
Oh,
he killed somebody that dissed his woman,
oh
and he
wow.
can't go back there because he's a wanted man or something like
Oh,
that.
I see there. I see there. I
It's an
can't go back
interesting
where it
song,
happened.
but again, it's kind of a one-hit wonder.
Yeah. And how many times have we heard of people could talk about that in various drama movies or police dramas there?
Yep, yep. Then the next guy I got is Randy Newman.
Oh yeah, we know. I remember that song you sent me was his biggest hit there. Short People.
Yeah, and a
My
lot of people
sister.
took offense at that song.
I did. Yeah, oh yeah, especially the short people. That's for sure there because it's something that I guess the song was an anti-shorty song there when
Well,
you
it was
think
a
about it there.
tongue-in-cheek song. I mean, I don't think he really meant, you know, that short people got no reason to live or whatever it was he said. I think he was
Yeah,
just, I think he was trying to make a point, to be quite honest.
you know. And I don't know because I knew a lot of short people in that time, and if they were to hear it, if that song were to come out today, no doubt it would be blasted.
Yep.
It would be totally blasted by all the SJWs, all these sensitive ones out there.
Yeah, because they're trying to censor a lot of stuff. I
Yeah,
mean,
they want to. You know what? It pisses us off because it's rock and roll's. Come on, this is freedom of expression. We have the First Amendment.
and
But
like
yet
I
these
said,
people,
sometimes songs don't mean what you think they mean.
yeah, they don't. Yeah, but then again, like these SJWs, they don't want to pay attention. They feel that they're right and everybody else is wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
But then again, I like to see them go back to the 70s when All in the Family was still on the air.
Oh gosh, that show wouldn't make it nowadays.
Absolutely, there. That would be all. I guess I can go on, but I'm not going to because it could take forever. And jeez,
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that were around from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s in the way of music, shows,
yep,
everything else that would be blasted off the air, and we would have basically nothing but the garbage we have nowadays.
absolutely.
Because I guess people can't, well, I was going to say can't take
Can
it,
they
or,
can't they can't take a damn joke.
yeah, and a lot of times, like I said, these songs don't mean what people think they mean.
Yeah, but they don't care. All they care about is their ideas, their beliefs, and their what they think it's supposed to mean.
Yeah, and the rest of you need to think like us.
Absolutely, they need to. If they want to shove their, that's what I'm going to say to these queef balls out there. You want to, you start thinking like us, me and Ark there, and every other older generation individual out there. Because believe us, we probably know a lot more than you idiots still out there. And I'm not speaking to, I'm speaking mostly to the ones who have their heads buried in the sand or up their asses.
Yeah. If you don't like a song, don't listen to it, but don't pull it off from everybody else.
Don't think that, but don't be like, oh, everything should be the way we want it to be. It should be the way we want it to. No, it's not about all of you. It's about everybody else.
Yeah. Next one I get, I'm going to say it was a one-hit wonder, but actually they had a second hit. I just don't remember the name of it. Is Red Rider. Their
Oh
big
my
one being
gosh,
Lunatic Fringe.
that song, massive hit on the old MTV, massive hit on the radio. You got to check out the album they put out in 1983 called Neruda. Light in the Tunnel, Power, Human Race, and of course the big hit from that record there, Can't Go, Can't Hold Back. What was it? Can't Turn Back. Dang gummit, I forgot the name of it. Name the song. It was Can't Turn Back or something like that. But it was a massive, big radio hit at that time. At that time there, from 1983. Definitely look it up.
Yeah, actually, a lot of these groups had a lot of songs that were good, but the radio would only play one or two.
Absolutely there. And of course, the guy the lead, the frontman of that group, Tom Cochran, he would later go have a hit on his own called Life is a Highway, which would later be redone by Rascal Flatts for the Disney Pixar movie Cars.
Yeah, yeah. Next one I got's an interesting one, and it's a group that you found out something about recently, Redbone.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I didn't realize who the heck they were. I don't know until I found it, until you showed me I only heard about it a couple of times there in the past there that you mentioned, and of course it was actually believe it or not, I didn't. I found out that they were Native American because of the intro abduction to that performance, which is taken from the Midnight Special, and me being part, which is it's pretty interesting stuff there when you look at it there. Very interesting there because there are not many Native Americans in the rock and roll circuit there when you think about it.
There's another group, but I can't remember their name. That was Native American. But
Mm.
their big song, Redbone's big song was "Come and Get Your Love,"
Yeah, that was the clip you sent me there.
and they did another one. I want to say the song was "Witch Queen of New Orleans," but I could be wrong.
Mm. Ah, all right.
Then you got Richie Havens.
Oh yeah, we know his. We remember him from the Woodstock performance of "Motherless Son," which everyone would say, "Clap your hands!" And everyone would just start clapping his hand. Everyone was clapping their hands towards that song. He had a funny way of playing that guitar when you
Yeah,
think about
yeah.
it. There, he would strum the shit out of it because there were a lot of marks from his pick when he would strum that guitar. You could tell, and he had a different way of holding the fretboard. I think it was.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He did a cover of a Beatles song. What was it? Here
Here
Comes the
comes the
Sun.
sun. Yep, I remember that performance as well.
And yeah, he was very interesting.
Oh yeah, I found us. We're going back to Red Rider. The track I was looking for was "Can't Turn Back." It was from the album Neruda, and the album was named after the poet Pablo Neruda.
Yeah.
And it was also featured on this season 2 episode of Miami Vice titled "Tale of the Goat."
Hmm.
Good album there from that group there. I should highly recommend.
And next one I got is Richard Marx. Don't ask me what the
Oh,
song was. I don't remember.
uh, oh my gosh. There was a feel out there. He was one of those mom rockers,
Yeah,
definitely, no doubt about it.
yep. Mom liked him, so he must be a whatever.
A big deal there. I know when it was right here waiting for you was one of his ballads there that often got played a lot on the soft rock stations there.
Yeah,
And his first big hit was a song called "Don't Really." I think it was called "Don't Really Matter." I think it was,
that sounds
but it
right.
featured Joe Walsh. Yeah, it featured Joe Walsh of the Eagles on slide guitar when you listen to it there.
Yeah, it's a guy I never really got into. He
You
kind
know,
of he
yeah,
kind of fell under the same, for me, the same umbrella as Michael Bolton.
yeah,
It's kind of
absolutely.
like,
The
okay,
soft rock.
fine.
Soft rock with a little more edge, but rather more edgier than Michael Bolton when you think about it.
Yeah, yeah. The next guy actually is famous for a lot of reasons. Uh, Guy by the name of Rick Derringer.
Oh yeah, we know him. His song, his album like All American Boy. There, his song
Yeah,
Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo. He
yeah.
was a man. He worked with Edgar and Johnny Winter in the past. Before there, he
And he
contributed.
opened up with the McCoys,
Yep,
his first
absolutely.
group when he was, I think, 16.
Yeah. And let's not forget, he contributed a lot to the wrestling album, which featured many of the WWF superstars around 1985. In fact, the song he's best remembered for that on that record for the song "Real American," which became the theme song for Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. And you mentioned Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo, right?
Yes.
And two I sent you that are longer songs, but actually pretty good.
Yeah, it
One
is.
called Jump, Jump, Jump,
Yes,
and another one
absolutely.
called Loosen Up Your Grip.
There. And by the way, going back to the wrestling album, there's a picture of him in the control booth yelling at Rowdy Roddy Piper with his headphones on there at the microphone there. I guess it was for it's the back cover there. They were doing this for there. It's kind of funny to look at there when you think about it there.
Yeah. Oh, I just noticed I skipped somebody and I didn't mean to.
You skip an artist?
Yeah, there's an artist called Prelude. And the
Hmm.
interesting thing about them was they did an a cappella version of After the Go Rush. I think I sent it to you.
Ah, the new. I think I don't recall. I think it maybe have did there.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good. Female lead. And like I said, it's an a cappella version of After the Go Rush. No instruments, the entire song, but it's great and it's beautifully done.
Ah, I see there. Pretty nice when I look at
Definitely
it
worth a
there.
listen.
All right.
Let's see, get back where I was. Oh, yeah. Rick Springfield.
Oh my
And his
gosh.
big one was
Oh,
Jesse's Girl, which actually is a pretty
yeah,
good
but his
song.
comeback, his big, yeah, that's still gets played on when these stations do these retro tracks from the '80s. There, that's the main one they go for.
Yeah,
Other than that, it's "Don't Talk to Strangers." It's
right.
kind of funny. This guy was originally Australian, but there was a big scandal. Apparently, there was rumors popping out that his managers and was trying to pay out these radio stations to play his music there, and I guess Rick Springfield couldn't get away from that for a while, and it got to the point where he had to fire his managers for doing that.
Yeah,
And apparently, he later remerged, as Dr. Noah Drake on General Hospital back in the early '80s. There, he had but to do that, he had to go to. I guess he had to do something about his Australian accent. And here's something else. I don't know if you could find episodes of this cartoon series, Mission Magic. He would appear on many episodes of that particular show. You'll look it up on the Google Images or on Google Google stuff there, but he was a big participant of that program. It
Wow.
was a cartoon show for kids, and he would pop in as another person. It was produced by Filmation, the same guys that did He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, the Brady Kids, featuring the children of the Brady Bunch, and of course Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids, and also those Archie Andrews cartoon series they had, like Bicentennial Archie, the Archie Show, you name it.
Yeah. And like I said, he wasn't bad. He had some pretty decent songs.
Yeah,
Worth listening to anyway.
yeah, it's true there.
Next one I got is Robert Cray.
We know this guy. He's like considered a blues great there. He had this one big hit song called, well, actually he had a couple of songs there.
Yeah.
Smoking Gun, Because of Me.
Yeah.
I guess so. I guess he had this his debut record. I had a couple of records before that, but his first major label one, I think it was called Strong Provider. I think it was called.
It sounds right.
I think so, because what was kind of funny is that I would stare endlessly at that Fender Strat on the back cover there. Because at that time I was big on the Stratocasters.
Yeah. Is Because of Me also alternately titled Right Next Door, or is that?
I believe so, yes. I remember, yes. I think it was, yeah. It's been a long time. Remember, the last time I heard that song was back when it came out in 1986.
Yeah. Yeah. I was in a band that covered a couple of his songs, that being one of them.
Ah.
And let's see. Next one I got is Robert John. What the heck?
Oh, my gosh. He had that one, I remember that one song he had, Sad Eyes.
Yeah.
From 1979 or 78. And
Yeah.
it was the first guy I ever heard who had such a high pitch during the end there.
Yeah.
Of that track.
Didn't he do a remake of The Lion Sleeps
Bread-
Tonight?
I don't know, but I remember he had this one cover of Bread and Butter, I think it was.
Oh my gosh.
Soon afterward.
Boy, you want to talk about a high-pitched voice.
Absolutely there. And
The
then we all
Newbeats
talk
version.
about, now we all talk about the high-pitched singers that like Rob Halford did, a couple of heavy metal singers did in the past. Some I may have forgotten. The singer from the band Steelheart, he had a high-range, high-pitched voice during that one ballad they had. I think it was Never Let You Go. Man,
Yeah.
that was dude, you got to have balls of steel to hit those high notes. I remember Rob Halford saying in an interview not too long ago, if he tries to do that in his age that he is in now, his balls will drop right to the floor there.
Yeah, because you reach a point where you can't hit the notes you used to hit.
Absolutely, and it's old age. Then when you think about it, there, that's old age coming into play, folks.
Yeah. And next one I got is another relatively famous guy, Robert Palmer.
Oh yeah, rest in peace, dude.
Yeah.
He had a lot of I remember the first time I heard of him was Doctor, Bad Case of Loving You. That was from 1979.
And then you got Addicted to Love.
Oh yeah, that was the most overplayed song of his career.
yeah.
That's for sure. There, and we also cannot forget his contribution to that one of the two Duran Duran spin-off groups, the Power Station.
Yep.
Some Like It Hot, which, by the way, that whole album was a pretty damn good album there.
Yeah, it really
Short,
is.
but pretty damn good. It was. Him, John and Andy Taylor, and Tony Thompson.
Yeah, not a bad
The
album
drummer-
at all.
Yeah, what it is absolutely. I highly recommend it. There, it was like the light side of the Duran Duran spin-offs. Of course, the dark one being Arcadia.
Yeah.
As I did a record review on that on my channel there.
Yeah. Yeah. And next one I got is kind of a famous guy you may have heard of,
Hmm.
Robert Plant.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. You got to give it up to this game, man. I mean, Jimmy Page tried his best, to have the same kind of success he had with his somewhat solo career, and I guess he didn't do that well. Sotera, he only had one solo record. He also had the soundtrack to Death Wish 2 there.
Yeah,
But
wasn't that
Robert Plant
Sullivan
was,
Outrider or something like that?
yes, it was. It came out in 1988.
And he did something with Coverdale.
Yeah, the album Coverdale Page from '93 there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the song Pride and Joy. It was like a big hit on the radio. It was a big radio thing for Z-Rock back then there.
Yeah, and Shaking My Tree. Was that it?
Yep, Shaking My Tree. That was from the '88 there.
Yeah.
And from what I heard from a couple people there back in Michigan, Page was jealous as fuck over Robert Plant's solo success because Robert Plant was coming out with some pretty damn good records there. Pictures of 11, still my favorite.
Oh,
I
cool.
mean, the Principal, yep, from '88 as well, which featured Page on lead guitar, by the way, which also sampled a lot of Led Zeppelin stuff there. I guess they figured a lot of these rappers and rap groups sample their music. They figured they could sample their own stuff there.
Yeah.
And I guess that was
Big Log.
Big Log from '83 there. Good song there. Sixes and Sevens,
Yeah.
Like I'd Never Been Gone, Fat Lip.
Yeah, there's a lot of pretty good stuff by him. And he did some
Yep.
stuff with, what was
The
her
Honey
name?
Drippers.
Oh, yeah. They did a great version of Sea Cruise.
Yep, and Sea of Love got
Sea
played.
of
Still
Love,
play,
not Sea Cruise.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, that song got played massively. Remember that Pillow Talk love
Yep.
song program that I mentioned
Yeah, that is
back in
perfect
era
for
in
it.
Detroit? That was played a lot on
Yeah.
that program
That's
there.
a great version of that song.
It absolutely was.
Yeah, and he also did some stuff with, I believe it was Alison Krauss.
Alison Krauss. Yeah, the that was back in the early 2000s there.
Yeah.
I guess it was, I don't know if it won a Grammy or was Grammy nominated, but it was very well received. And he
Yeah.
turned out, I guess they tried to get Zeppelin back together after the O2 show reunion back in 2007 there, but Robert Plant turned that down. He wanted to move forward there because he doesn't really want to go back in the past a lot there. He
Yeah.
feels that it's better to move forward and try new things other than press the rewind button.
Yeah. Yeah, he's basically the one that says, no more Led Zeppelin. Well, a lot of it's
Yeah,
because he can't even reach the notes anymore that he used to reach.
that's true as well there. I think another reason may have been, and I don't know if I'm correct on this or that, but apparently, I guess he's kind of afraid of something happening to this member of the person or that member of the group, because during the past few years of their existence, a lot of shit went down. I mean, Plant was involved in a car wreck. There was a guy I remember was out to kill Jimmy Page. Plant's son would die from a still unknown virus or illness there, and of course John Bonham drinking himself to death at a Page's place there, which was, I understand, owned by Aleister Crowley.
Yeah.
In fact, from what I don't know if this was true, but it's in the folklore, and most definitely, there was a story that Plant, Page, and Bonham visited a satanic priest, and I guess they signed some sort of a deal so they would have continuous success.
Hmm.
They would have, I guess, multiple success, in the States and everywhere else. But when you sign a deal like that with there's going to be a price to pay. The
Well,
only person that was not included in that was John Paul Jones, the arranger, bass player, and a keyboard player, which pretty much explains why all the shit that I mentioned happened to all the other members except for Jonesy.
yeah, yeah. Which, yeah. They didn't even really need to do that.
I guess you probably. I guess they probably still don't want to talk about it to this day. I remember Paige, in a couple of interviews, refused to discuss that particular subject.
Yeah, yeah. Next artist I got has two or three fairly big songs. Roberta
Mhm.
Flack.
Oh my gosh, yeah, we know her one, big ones there. The one she did with Donny Hathaway called
Where's the love?
what's the?
Where's the
Oh yeah,
love? And
Where's the
then
love
the
and
one Killing Me Softly, which is
Kill Me
purportedly
Soft.
about Don McLean.
When that Oh yeah, which I understand. What's that other one she did with Donny Hathaway? I think it was called "The Moment I Get Close to You."
Oh, that that's not the title, but that's awful damn close. I just can't remember the name of it.
I am.
More I See You, maybe?
Let me look it up again. There,
While you're doing that, I'll mention the
uh,
other one,
Bert Black.
I forgot the name of.
The moment
First
I'm
Time
next.
Ever I Saw Your Face.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
Which
that was a risk.
theoretically, the story is it's about her cat.
Oh wow.
I don't know that,
Oh
but that's
wow.
what I've heard.
That's a trip there. The
Which
closer
is
I get to
interesting.
you. That's the name of the song.
What is it?
The closer I get to you.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I remember
And
that.
the album, it was from an album she did with Donny Hathaway, titled simply Roberta Flack and Donny Hathaway.
Yeah,
It came out in 1972
and
on
I
Atlantic
believe
Records.
Donnie's gone.
Yeah, I think he did pass away. I don't know what year it was.
I think it's been a pretty good while, but I could be wrong.
Who knows? Let me look it up again, once again, if the computer will let me there instead of fumbling here. It's,
But she has a nice, soothing voice.
I know. I think she was one of the. I think she had a song called "They Set the Night to Music" with that singer Maxi Priest in the early '80s there,
Yeah.
or mid '80s, I should say. I remember hearing that a couple of times.
Yeah, the next
But
one I got, I'll do that while you're looking things up.
okay, he died in 1979. Donny
Whoa,
Hathaway
I
there.
didn't know it was that long ago.
Yeah, I know. I
Wow.
thought it was. I thought it was years earlier myself.
Well, the
And
next one,
according to how
go
did
ahead.
he die? Come on there, Luna. I hate when this does this. When it takes too long for me to click on something there.
I could be wrong, but I think it was drug related.
It should be popping up pretty soon, damn it, here. Yep.
Out
Page
of,
unresponsive. We gotta wait till.
oh, you got the,
That was my meter going.
yeah.
Let's see there. Does it say there what he died from? But I'm not gonna worry about it.
No, probably not that important.
Mm. Divas Dave Rose is in the chat there. What's up, Dave? Care to join in on the program if you can?
Yeah, the
Want me
next,
to add you? And he contributed a lot to the Zeppelin topic that I mentioned there. Said Page owned a house at Loch Ness previously owned by Aleister Crowley. And he
oh, I
also
thought you were
said
going
the
to tell me the
story goes,
monster.
oh yeah, probably lived next to the monster, I guess there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Story goes that Crowley opened a portal and summoned a demon, but that never closed that portal. Hence, the place is cursed.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay, next artist I got, I had to look up what the song was. Robin McNamara.
Robin McNamara. I don't think
McNamara.
I McNamara.
No,
I'm going to have a hard time
McNamara.
pronouncing that one.
Yeah.
Mac-
The song
I have
title
a
was,
hard time. I have a hard time pronouncing last names. You have to excuse me, folks. There a lot of times, sir.
well, the song that I had was one called Lay a Little Lovin' on Me.
Mm. Interesting.
Honey doggone it, I depend upon it. So lay a little lovin' on me.
I see there. Yeah. Was like a sounds like a country hit, if I'm correct there.
No, it was pop.
Okay, there.
Of course, I don't know. Sometimes country claims things that don't sound country to me.
Yeah. Who knows there?
I think next one I got, I believe we've already discussed. In fact, I know we did because I did a list. But I'll mention him again because I like him. Robin
Okay.
Trower.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah, yeah. We all know the songs we did by heart. You know, the Bridges Size album, the album he did with Jack Bruce called BLT. It was
Yeah,
Bruce Trower and Bill Landon, his drummer there. I forgot the name of the song, but it came out in 1980 there.
yeah. And then you had Two Rolling Stone, which is a great song.
Absolutely. One of the most powerful blues sections of that, which is the second half of that track there.
Day of the Eagle.
Absolutely. Another good one there.
And one of my all-time favorites, the live version anyway, Daydream.
Oh,
That song
nice.
is
And of
just
course, we cannot forget the
smooth.
album when we mentioned the we the album "In City Dreams" that my best friend Dennis
Oh,
recommended to me. He had a
yeah.
cassette of that song. That whole album, he had a lot of effects on that, flangers and stuff for his guitar on that whole album there. The song "Bluebird," as I mentioned, it was one of those songs that kind of puts you in tears because it was reminding me of someone in my past that I was missing.
Wow.
Yeah,
But
very
yeah,
touching song.
there's a lot of good material by this guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
We can't forget "In This Place" from the Bridge of Sighs album
yeah,
just as
a little
well.
bit of
Very powerful
symphony.
ballad. Yep, absolutely. James Stewart, the front man of that group. I guess he was also the bass player on a couple of
Yeah,
their albums.
and he's gone now.
Yeah, sadly there.
And let's see. Next, I got another pretty good guitar player, a guy by the name of Ronnie Montrose.
Oh yeah, he's who's no longer with us just as well there. He played with the Edgar Winter Group. He had his band Montrose. We featured Sammy Hagar on
Right.
their front man. He was a guy who contributed Bad Motor Scooter for that record there, as well
Yeah.
as Rock Candy.
Yeah, he actually had at least one solo album, might have been more, but he did a instrumental version of the song "Town Without Pity,"
Ah,
the old Gene Pitney song. That's pretty good.
nice. And also, let's not forget the other band he put it together soon afterwards called Gamma. They
Yep.
had a lot of radio air. They had a lot of radio airplay back in the southeast Michigan radio waves there.
Yeah. And the last one I got, we'll close off the R's and then we can start next
Yep,
time with the S's.
yep,
And it's probably a song everybody in the world has heard of.
yep.
Rupert Holmes, the Pina Colada
Oh
song.
my gosh, Escape from 1979. You know that song. I guess that song got a new rise in popularity when it was featured in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. There,
Yeah. And it's
yeah.
kind of a, well,
It's kind
it's
of
an
a.
interesting
It's kind
song.
of. It is an interesting song and an interesting subject. A guy that was bar bored with his old lady there. He starts looking into want ads, to seek something outside of that. He finally meets the woman that interests in. They meet up at a restaurant and finds out it's my old lady.
Yeah. It's a great listen. You can sit there and listen to it and go,
It is.
oh my
It's like
gosh.
it's something out of a sitcom or a romantic one of those chick flick kind of movies there when you look at it there.
And it's a nice, catchy little song.
It is absolutely there.
But yeah, it's a, I guess in a way, a funny message.
Yeah, it is. Kind of thing when you think about it there. And where is Rupert Holmes now?
I don't know. And actually, I think that was his only hit.
I believe there was this. I know he had a somewhat minor follow-up with a song called "Him"
Yeah.
that came. I guess it was on the same record as the Pina Colada song was on there.
Yeah, there's a lot of these people that had what amounted to a one-hit wonder, but actually turned out to be other songs, but weren't. We could almost do an hour on, or we could easily do an hour on one-hit wonders.
Oh yeah, we should probably one of these days. If we were to do all the one-hit wonders out there, it'd probably be about 2 or 3 hours. No doubt about that.
Yeah, and then we can do one on novelty songs and comedy.
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
there's lots of subjects to explore yet.
And and I'm still wanting to do this. You, I, and Dave Rose discussing all the great rock and roll that came from Canada.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, because there's a lot of Canadian artists out there that are definitely worth mentioning. Triumph, we don't hear from that much of them anymore, but back in the '80s, they were a big thing.
Bachman Turner Overdrive.
Absolutely, the
Guess
Guess Who. Yep. Lawrence Hudd,
Chilliwack.
Chilliwack, absolutely. The band Toronto.
Yeah.
Remember the song "Your Daddy Don't Know"? And they were the ones who originally recorded "What About Love" before Hart got a hold of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's we could spend some time on that. And also, I think it was mentioned one time before that he wanted to discuss, was it Omadon or Hergus Ridge?
It was Amadon by Mike Oldfield.
Right. And of course, there's still
We
Tubular
also got
Bells.
to, we also got to discuss one of these days all the instrumental artists out there like Mike Oldfield, Klaus Schulze, Tangerine Dream, the experimental genre there.
Yeah.
Definitely. Because
Jan
I got
Hammer.
lots to throw out from those two artists that I mentioned.
Weather Report.
Yep.
Of course, then you're getting into jazz.
Absolutely. Yeah. They were like a jazz experimental group, I understand there.
I love the one album they did for sure. Damn, I can't remember the name of it. Had Birdland on it.
Mm. There was this one cook at a restaurant I work in Richmond, Michigan. He burned me a CD of an album called "Birds of Fire" by the John
Mahavishnu
McLaughlin.
Orchestra.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I'm familiar with
yes,
that.
yes. I was listening to that not too long ago. Once again on YouTube, there. You know, it's pretty good stuff there when you look at it there.
When we
guess
get into
him
Prague,
and
we
Paulo-
may talk about them because they're
Absolutely.
very close to Prague.
I am. Jazz Prague, I guess you could say there.
Yeah. That guy
I
was a
guess him and
phenomenal guitar
Carlos
player.
Yeah, I guess him and Carlos Santana used to go to the same whatever it was, they did an album together called Love, Devotion, Surrender.
Yeah.
I guess it was Sai Koraya. I do not know what this guy's name was, but they were both followers of this guy. You remember because Carlos later renamed himself Debadap Carlos Santana, and John McLaughlin renamed him some other name before his name there. I forgot what it was, let alone pronounce it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I
either way,
believe, if I remember right, he was what's the religion that they stand out in the airport trying to get people?
I don't know, Hindu?
Not Hindu. There's another name for it.
Harry Krishna.
Hare Krishna, that's it. I think
That's
he
what
was
it
a
is.
Hare Krishna disciple, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it was, yeah. I remember seeing a picture of George Harrison with a bunch of Hare Krishnas, and he was the only one here with the long hair, while everybody
Yep.
else, one of them was bald.
Yeah.
In fact, kind of funny, George Harrison remained Hare Krishna to his death in 2001.
Wow. Yeah. But I guess on the next episode, we'll start with the S's
Mm-hmm.
and see how far we can get.
All right.
And then after we
Definitely.
do that, we'll decide, okay, do we want to go? Well, I guess it depends.
To the
We got-
T's.
No, I mean, next subject after we get through the alphabet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I'm thinking maybe we want to do something on the one-hit wonders. And
All right.
then maybe after that, well, we can plan it as we go, I suppose.
Yeah.
But we can do the novelty stuff along with comedy. We'll put the two of those together.
Okay, there definitely.
And then we'll move into prog, which is one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, the lots to cover there. We got a lot of good names to mention on that subject.
Yeah, and if Dave is up to it, somewhere in all that mess, we'll stick a Canadian one
Dave,
time.
if you're still listening, man, we invite you to be a participant on these particular discussions. There, definitely, we'd like to have your input on this, on these, or I should say.
Yeah, because I know that might as well, since one of the things I listened to, Wire claimed that he was going to get dropped for Dave or Ken,
Mm.
which is
Dropped
interesting
by,
because there was no plans in place.
uh,
But sometimes people, I don't know.
well, YR doesn't even have his own channel no more. I don't know, but like I said, I don't know if it's in private or he deleted it or whichever the fuck. But
Well, to be
he's
honest, I
gone.
don't care.
All right. Oh yeah, yeah, he's gone. All right.
That's
So
my
I get,
reaction to the drama. I don't care.
all right. I guess we'll leave it alone at that there.
Yeah,
So this coming Thursday, we'll definitely do our show at about 5 p.m. Central because Real as Fuck TV will either go on at 6 p.m. Central there. So, and I'm hoping this time we'll have a better discussion that we had the last time there because it wasn't really that up to par. I mean, bring up some good subjects there. I'm hoping to save the Skunty situation there for either this coming Thursday or the show that me and Vikings fan do called Dirty Brown Eye Drama. I still haven't decided. I have yet to text Minnesota to find out.
okay. Well, I
All
guess
right.
then we're done.
All right then, and and I'm also looking forward to getting a hold of Bosey to discuss some more of this thing about what Joe Cronin was trying to talk about me regarding giving up the bullshit because I was trying to find that video that he took clips from and I couldn't even find it there, dude. I made so many clips. I got to look at how many damn clips I have made for my channel there because the last time I checked it was about 860 there. Let me go on here. It's going to take a while. Like I said, my computer blows when it comes to loading up shit there. Let me hear there. Let's see.